नामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलान् बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्तावृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जागृतादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः स्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भांस्यनलो नीलोऽम्बरम् अहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्याधीश्वरत्वं सतः सिद्ध्ये तत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं चैश्वर्यमव्याहतम् इति दक्षिणामूर्ति स्तोत्रम्. We'll now chant Gita Dhyanam and then proceed with Gita chapter 18. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Mulina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandathami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullara Tapatra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Mritaduhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dugdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdam Gitamritam Mahate Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Bhishmadrona Tata Jayadrata Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Shalyagrahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Vela Kula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Khalu Pandavairanadi Kaivartaga Keshavaha Parasharya Vachasaroja Mamalam Gitartha Gandotkatham Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikata Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Shakpatairaharaha Pepiyamanam Muda Bhuyad Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradvamshina Shreyase Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat kripa tamaham bandhe paramananda madhavam yam brahma varunendra rudra marutah stunvanti divyaistavaihi vedai sanga padakramopanishadai gayanti yam samagaha ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः ओम ओम श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः अथ अष्टादशोऽध्यायः We are in the final chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 18 summarizes all the previous chapters. Chapter 1 is only the unfolding of the story. Chapter 2, the teaching starts and the teaching ends with chapter 17. In chapter 18, they sum up the whole thing. You know, any scripture for that matter follows certain parameters. They are called Shadlingaha. 6 important parameters that make a scripture. Okay. The first thing is called Upakrama Upasamhar. The beginning and the end. The beginning, they will give you a certain in brief, they will explain the whole thing. The whole thing will be explained to you in brief. Upakrama. Then Vistara. First Sankshipta, then Vistara. The whole thing will be expanded for your benefit. Then towards the end, Upasamhar. Again, Samshipta. So the technique is Sankshipta, then what do you call it is explained in detail, then again Samshipta. That's how it is. That's Upakrama, Upasamhar. Then it will highlight the benefit. What benefit do you get by studying the scripture? It's called Prayojanam. So first is Upakrama Upasamhar, Sankshipta Vistar, Samshipta, then Prayojanam. What is the result, net result of studying this? The third thing will be called Apurvata. What is available here is not available everywhere. Look, they're not marketing anything. They're only telling you certain facts. What's available in the Gita is not available elsewhere because it's a pramana. Pramana means means of knowledge. Like eyes are pramana for you to see. You cannot use any other means of knowledge to see. Gita is a pramana for knowing about your Swarupa. Okay, therefore it is called Apurvata. It is unique. Then they come Abhyasa. Abhyasa means a lot of repetitions will be there. A lot of things what is said earlier will be repeated. See, known for our memory, we don't remember what we ate in the morning. Okay, we don't even remember what happened 1 hour ago. So the memory is a little frail. So for that purpose, there will be Abhyasa. Then we have something called Upapatti. Tenability of what is being said with what obtains today. So you can say, oh, wonderful values, sir, great values you have taught. Bhagavad Gita is so very useful, but it is no longer valid today. Then it does not hold water. It does not hold water. What was told is valid today and shall be valid hereafter. That's called Upapatti. Tenability of the subject matter, availability for debate. You can debate, or you can invite anybody for a proper debate. Okay, debate means both the sides should be open. After listening to you for 2 hours, that fellow says, no, no, sir, what my God says is right. No point in wasting time. Only when both of us are open, you convince me. I will try to convince. If you can both see the truth of it, fine. At the end of it, no, no, my God said, if I listen to you, I'll have it pop up for me and I'll have to kill you. Where will it work? Okay, lastly, we have something called Arthavada. Arthavada means glorification. So these 6 parameters define a Shastra. They are called Shadlinga. Okay, so does Bhagavad Gita fit into all this? It fits totally into this. That's why We have a lot of repetition. I must have repeated this so several times. So that the moment we talk about a scripture, we should be able to readily relate to it. Point number one. Bhagavad Gita, okay, comes from a religious culture. Okay, understand this very carefully. Okay, it's not a religious text. It is not a religious text. It comes from a religious culture. Big difference. There are so many holy books. They are religious by nature. God says this. God says this. If you don't do this, God will do this to you. This thing has come from a religious culture, but it does not teach, it does not preach any kind of religious belief. Let's be very clear here. Otherwise, Gita won't work for you. Sorry, extremely sorry. Otherwise, Gita won't work for you. It has got a religious culture. It comes from a religious culture. Therefore, how do you know it's a religious culture? Parthaya pratiboditam bhagavata narayanena swayam. It's a culture. In this culture, we have a certain, which has been taught to us that this was revealed by Narayana himself to the protagonist called Partha. Hara Hara Mahadev. Beautiful. It was revealed to us by by Narayana himself. That's a religious culture. At the end of it is a Bhagavad Gita, Upanishatsu, Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre, Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. So I have a religious culture. And to understand Gita better and to be able to see, no point in just reading and putting the book away. You do something else then. If you want to study the Gita, you must be able to live what is stated in the Gita. If you say, नहीं यूं ही पढ़ रहा हूं मैं कान पवित्र करने के लिए, कान पवित्र नहीं होगा, आपको ईएनटी के पास जाना पड़ेगा. It won't help you. So therefore, कान पवित्र करने के लिए कोई गीता नहीं पढ़ता है. Gita must become your life. I must live the Gita life. And for being able to live the Gita life, you must follow a religious lifestyle. So this is the difference. Not a religious text, comes from a religious culture. And if you follow a religious lifestyle, you have a life free from conflicts. Shobha means conflict, not Shobha. It's Shobha. Shobha means conflicts. A life free from conflicts. This place, okay, the buddhi, where the knowledge is going to be received, is free from conflicts. You want to save something, it's a disk space full. You don't get into all this. For that, you have a religious lifestyle. So, what does Gita contain? Gita talks about yourself. Your Swarupa is revealed to you. Then, the Srishti is revealed to you. The cosmic design is revealed to you. You live in a cosmos. No? The design is revealed to you. And it's also revealed who is the Srishti Karta. So they not only reveal your Swarupa, they reveal the nature of Srishti, the design philosophy, and the designer, all are revealed. And how is it revealed? In the form of words. Okay? Words means vachanam. Guru mukhena vachanam. It's revealed as teaching from a guru. And the guru comes from a parampara. The guru has undergone this teaching before. His teacher taught him. Before him, his teacher taught him. Before him, his teacher taught him. Who was the first teacher? Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. You can also say Vasudeva Sri Krishnaya Namaha. They are my original teachers. That's where I got the knowledge from. It's a revealed text, Guru Mukhena. Because unless you go through the Guru, unless you listen to the Guru, much of the words will not make sense to you. Because words are used. And if the words are not, see, a word has various contextual meanings. Various contextual meanings. Let's take the word dharma. So many contextual meanings. Somebody says dharma nirpekshata. Are, how can you have dharma nirpekshata? All dharma should be all same for all. Dharma means my conduct. You can't say your dharma, my dharma. Dharma means standard for all. I can't tell lies, you can't tell lies. If your God allows you to tell lies, my God doesn't allow you. This is not dharma. So there's a meaning behind that word. Satyam, there is a meaning behind the word. The meaning has to be revealed to you. It's not explained. It's been revealed to you. Because when I say one word, you have so many contextual meanings. No. So I have to remove all the other context and reveal. Okay. There is a lakshyartha, indicative meaning. There is a vachyartha, word meaning. This is a prakriya. This prakriya must be known to the teacher. Otherwise, no use. So that's why the teaching is a parampara. So this Gita study must be done under a qualified, competent teacher, Shastravit. It must be done for a length of time. We have been studying for 6 years now. November 20, we started this course. And there are so many people here we have been studying together for 6 years now. It must be done for a length of time. It must be done systematically. Abhi 17 pad liya and tomorrow I will read 2. It doesn't work like that. I may have references. When I'm studying 17, I can go back and tell you something about 2. Reading should not be haphazard. It should be systematic. It should be regular. Not whenever you find time. Whenever you find time, then Vedanta won't find time for you. Because already muck is filled up. So this is how the Gita is to be studied. And the teacher always summarizes. And teaching is done face to face. Okay, because of technological advancement, we are doing it on an electronic platform. For a very long time, this course was being done face to face. Only after this some virus came, we all went behind the screen. Otherwise, it was being done face to face. When I'm revealing something, as the Guru revealed to me, I would like to look at the expression in your eyes. When we used to study, the teacher will say, "Look, don't write notes and all when I'm teaching you. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. After the class, don't rush for your tea. Go sit notes and then go for tea." That's how it is done. And this is how the whole thing is revealed. We are all, and then as per our learning, as you learn, as you get your, and as you become more and more qualified, your adhikaritva, it is called, you are an adhikari. That means your understanding is clearer. Your chitta shuddhi is taking place. That means your confusions are coming down. You can say in this chapter it is said like this, in this chapter it is said like this. What is the connection? Those types of things are okay. The meaningless questions don't get you anywhere. So you are becoming a adhikari. Adhikaritvam is increasing. And the teacher wants to ensure that the whole thing is repeated so that when at the end of this chapter you should say, yes, I have understood. I want to study again. What for? Just to reaffirm what I know. Just to be sure, clear that I have understood. So that is it. We have already studied 17 verses. Okay? And these verses, see, remember something. Gita has only 3 subjects, 3 topics. Nothing else, no other topic. No other. It doesn't teach you exercise. It doesn't teach you how to stand on your head. It doesn't teach you how to do astral travel. It doesn't teach you mind management techniques. It doesn't teach you how to fire arrows. It doesn't teach you politics. Nothing at all. It has only 3 topics. Topic number 1, Atma Vidya, about yourself. No other subject. Atma Vidya. आप कौन हो? मैं कौन हूँ? That is taught to you crystal clear. It says, you are not what you have taken yourself to be. तो जो तुम जो समझते हो वो नहीं हो. What you have taken, you are not what you have taken yourself to be. You are something else. In fact, you are searching for that something else. Tat, that something else you are searching for, tvam asi, you already are. अरे जहां तुम जाना चाहते हो पहुंच गए यार. You have reached. You just have to recognize that. Okay, that's called Atma Vidya, knowing yourself. And where does the knowing take place? Buddhi. The buddhi must have jnana yogyata, vidya yogyata. It must be fit for knowledge. Because they've got so many distractions, so many distractions, so many other things bothering you. WhatsApp has come, you have to reply to that. It's more, buddhi. So, so this is some message has come. I have to reply to it before, and then God comes and says, "Listen to Atma Vidya." He says, "Chodo, chodo, thodi der wait karo. Let me reply to my some ping which has come to me." So you have to be free from all kinds of distractions, and for this jnana yogyata prapti. Jnana prapti is your goal. Jnana yogyata prapti is the other goal. Jnana yogyata prapti, preparatory knowledge, sadhana. Okay, Atma Vidya is moksha sadhana. Jnana yogyata prapti is called gauna sadhana, preparatory knowledge. And what is jnana yogyata prapti? This must be fit. This must be fit. And what are the two things that make it fit? Karma yoga. Okay. Then upasana yoga. Nothing else. Karma yoga, upasana. Only two things. Nothing else. What's karma yoga? You cannot avoid doing actions at all. Even sitting idle is an action. Sitting idle is an action. So you cannot sit idle. If you sit idle, the mind will function. Just try sitting like that, and sitting on some kind of a rocking chair. You will do this. Something you will do. Doorbell will ring, your thing is broken. So, nahi kaschit shanamapi jatu tishtati akarma kriti. You cannot stay even for a moment without action. So therefore, how do you function? If you do a function, if you do an action, result will come to you. Result will be pleasant, unpleasant, like, dislike, makes your life miserable. How to handle how to do action and how to handle the results of action. Okay, how to do action? Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. How to handle the results of action? Ishvara Prasada Buddhi. This is immediately free from self-judgment. So much of vacant space, all old files deleted. Okay, you are free. Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, Ishvara Prasada Buddhi. And for you to accept Ishvara, Ishvara is not somewhere sitting somewhere and throwing things at you. I don't know what kind of Ishvara is that. That is mafia Ishvara. कहीं बैठा है, he will needle you. Ishvara is testing you. And I listen to all that. I fall off my chair laughing. ईश्वर को कोई काम नहीं है ना. He picks up somebody. कौन सा भाई यहाँ से कोई मिल गया, चलो उसको जरा नीडल करते हैं, उसका ब्लड प्रेशर बढ़ा देते हैं. Let's see what he does. Another fellow will say, blood pressure, Ishvara, make me, heal me. And he doesn't get healed. So then you will start cursing Ishvara. Ishvara will not reduce your blood pressure. The law will reduce the blood pressure. If you take appropriate aushadam, that's a law. That's Ishvara's order. So to appreciate Ishvara, you need upasana. Upasana. Karma yoga gives you chitta shuddhi. Upasana gives you chitta ekagrata, chitta vishalata. Capacity to look at the whole design. Vishalata. Vishalata comes from upasana. What upasana? Eka rupa. And Ishta Devata Upasana. You like Krishna. Pray to Krishna. No, no, I like Ganapati. I like every season to change you. Absolutely no problem. Sara freedom. Hereafter, please don't refer to yourself as Hindus. Always refer to yourself as we belong to the Vedic culture. We are Vaidika. What religion do you follow? Vaidika. I am a Vaidika. What is your goal in life? Atma Vidya. And for Atma Vidya to work, I lead a religious lifestyle. This must be clear to you. Otherwise, no parting saying I am Hindu, I am Sanatani, I am carrying this flag. That will not help you at all. If this clarity is there, then see what kind of respect. See, all the respect has gone away because clarity nahi hai. Because you are trying to adjust Atma Vidya to a Western lens. The Western lens says this is the thing. Western lens or Middle Eastern lens says this is my goal. You are trying to adjust Atma Vidya to that lens. It will never be adjusted. No? I am talking about moksha being your goal. He says going somewhere and having bread and wine is my goal. Where is moksha? Where is bread and wine? Bread and wine I get across the street. वो भगवान के साथ जाके क्यों लाना? So there's some tight logic there. Unless this is clear to you, Vedanta won't work for you. Be very clear on this. And if you have this clarity, people will not unnecessarily provoke. You don't know, that's why people provoke you. All shell, खोखला है, थोड़ा दबाओ तो collapse. There's no knowledge because you want to fit it into a Western lens. No, all paths lead to the same goal. Who says? All our creation. All the paths do not lead to the same goal. If they led to the same goal, why fight? If I say if I go straight, I will reach this place. If I go this place also, then there is no fight. No? I say my path alone is right. My prophet alone is right. Last and the latest. And if you don't accept me, I'll kill you. That's a problem. Yes, of clarity hona chahiye. Be very clear. Atma Vidya is your goal. The teaching comes from a Vedic culture, religious culture. I lead a religious lifestyle so that I have chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata. Chitta ekagrata comes from ekarupa ishta devata upasana. So all my problems I can unload to that beautiful Krishna. You can cry, you can hold his feet and cry. You can say, Mane chakar bano, make me a chakar in your temple, let me clean it. A lovely song. Another fellow says, Maili chadar pehn ke kaise dwar tumhare aun. Kuch bhi kaho. Or like Krishna or Arjuna, you say, hey buddy, tell me the fact, don't bluff around. Ishta Devata, you can do that. Then from Ishta Devata, you go to Vishwarupa Devata Upasana. The whole Srishti is Ishvara. Whatever I see is Ishvara. Vishalata. You have to understand the design philosophy. Then Vishalata will come. In this prepared mind, when the teacher comes and tells you, Tat Tvam Asi, it will ignite like fire. Just heat has to come near dry wood. Patak, aag lag jayegi. That is the preparation. And in the 18th chapter, Krishna is redoing it. Till 17, he's talked about all these upasana, etc. 18 is giving you again the same summary is giving you in a slightly different form. 18, verse number 18 to verse number 40, he is giving you 7 topics. And under each topic, he will give you sattva, rajas, tamas. So 21 topics we are going to talk from verse number 18 to verse number 40. Each verse one topic. Verse number 18 is introduction. Okay? So have this clear in your mind. I will repeat as many times as necessary. Otherwise, Gita is just something impressive for you to read and have fun. I would even say, some people say, I give post-dinner talks on Gita. So what will happen when you give post-dinner talks? You will feel like sleeping. And somebody will come and say, sir, what humor, sir? You come to listen to Gita for listening to my humor. I occasionally sing songs. Well, some people come and say, "Sir, आप बहुत अच्छा गाते हैं." I said, "I can't come here to sing songs to you on Gita." Incidentally, I use a technique. I never, I never deviate from the subject at all. Subject will be like that, on track. Which may I know I may stop in one or two stations for your entertainment. Not for entertainment, थोड़ा बहुत clarity. थोड़ा बहुत you get a little relaxed, थोड़ा breathing space चाहिए. Well, I may stop at a station which my guru did not stop. Okay, so that's how it starts. So we are going to read verse number 18. From that, I'll take you forward. Clear so far? Okay. And if you want to ask me questions, you can separately ask me using my WhatsApp number, not during the class. If you have, you can text me or you can send it to my WhatsApp number. I'll answer your questions. What an verse number 18. What was the last one? 16, 17 should be read together. He says, you must be able to see insightfully. See what? The divine philosophy. There is a food chain. There is a life chain. The fascinating gesture. A fascinating design. Have you seen a hummingbird? It's the only bird that can fly forward and backward. Have you seen a tailor bird make its nest? Have you seen a caterpillar going into a cocoon and coming out as a beautiful butterfly? Okay, everything is so beautiful. Everything is so beautiful. Your face itself is so beautifully constructed. You have seen, just see, look at your face. Suppose your eyes were 1 millimeter away, you will never have three-dimension vision. You will have to start looking like this at the world. If your nose were here, I start laughing. So beautifully placed. Okay, there's one esophagus, one tube that takes down, and there's a flap which closes and which opens. When this breath goes inside, one flap closes. When food goes inside, the other flap opens. If breath goes into the wrong hole or the food goes into the wrong hole, the whole system will react and say, "Bahar niklo, bahar niklo." Cockroaches are not wanted here. निकाल देगा वो अपने आप. That's the beauty of the Srishti. So, if you understand this well, you are called if you understand it like a child understanding the beautiful, what happens? You are what is called a Sanskrita Buddhi, a purified intellect. Okay, you are called a Sanskrita Buddhi. Okay, and if you are not able to see insightfully, you are called a Akrita Buddhi, the Buddhi which is at which cannot concentrate, distracted Buddhi. It can concentrate on all other things other than Atma Vidya. Okay, it is called Akrita Buddhi. कोई कर रहा बुद्धि है, अभी पॉलिश नहीं हुआ है. Nobody is condemned. Remember, Akrita Buddhi is not a bad fellow. Akrita Buddhi will have more dukkha because the Buddhi is not able to see realities. He is not able to see reality. As a child, I had a red balloon. It was a gas balloon. So I was showing it to somebody. See, gas balloon, हमने हाथ में छोड़ दिया. Balloon went away there. I said, "Ayyo, balloon went away." Then my father said, "I'll get you another one." I said, "No, I want that." Then my father bought me a red balloon. I said, "No, I want that." Ek mara thappad, all sab ठिकाने आ गए होश. Nature does that to you. Now, do you cry over balloons? Yes, you do. Your balloons are different. Okay, one set of balloons, child. Now your balloons are all different. That's all. Balloons are still there in your hand. कोई छूट गया तो रोते हैं आप. Okay, so that's it. And the person who cries over such balloon is called an Akrita Buddhi, childlike Buddhi. Once who has understand that a gas balloon को छोड़ दिया तो उड़ जाएगा is a Sanskrita Buddhi. You understand that things have a lifetime. After that lifetime, it will go away. Including your pain and illnesses, everything will go away. If pain doesn't go, body will go. That will happen. Okay? So Sanskrita Buddhi and akrita buddhi he spoke about. Now he comes to the cause of action and the locus of action. So listen carefully. In your entire life, you have only two activities. Jnata, two roles you play. Jnata, karta. You know, you do. You know, you do. You know, you do. There's nothing else. No other activity. Jnata, karta. Jnata, karta. Jnata means knower. Karta means doer. One of our teachers used to say, knower, doer. That's a nice way of teaching. You are a knower. You are a doer. So you know and you do. Jnata, karta. This is your life. And this is the entire action. Now this jnata is divided into three three divisions. There's three divisions. It's not just like it's called triputi. There are three things in jnata. Similarly, in karta there are three things. So triputi. So what does the jnata have? Let's look at verse number 18. Jnayam jnanam jneyam parigyata. ज्ञानम ज्ञेयम परिज्ञाता त्रिविधा कर्म चोदना त्रिविधा कर्म चोदना करणम कर्म कर्तेति करणम कर्म कर्तेति त्रिविध कर्म संग्रहः त्रिविध कर्म संग्रहः. Once more, chant with me if possible. Or if you have a book, chapter 18, छोटा सा book मिलता है, you get that. ज्ञानम ज्ञेयम परिज्ञाता त्रिविधा कर्म चोदन करणम कर्म कर्तेति त्रिविध कर्म संग्रहः. Trivida. What is the cause of karma? Why do you suddenly do karma? So it happens, karma happens, the cause of karma is threefold. Parigyata, there is a knower. Jneyam, there is something knowable, there is an object of knowledge. Jnanam, and there is knowledge. That is a cause. So there must be the knower, there is something worth knowing, and there must be knowledge. This triputi must be there. Only then it will start working. So therefore, what must you know? There must be an object of knowledge. It can be an object. It can be something you want to accomplish. It can be it can be a place. It can be a thing. It can be a person. It can be some kind of pleasure, but there must be an object. Okay? That object is called, what is it called? It is that object is a knowable object. There must be a fellow who knows. And there must be knowledge. That capacity to know. That knowledge must be there. These three things. They are called the cause of knowledge. You know something? You can desire only an object which you know. You cannot desire for an object which you don't know. Do you know Swarga? You don't know. Somebody has told you. So you know indirectly. Or you assume it must be like that. You don't inquire too much. वहाँ स्वर्ग में क्या मिलेगा and think स्वर्ग हमको स्वर्ग लोग चाहिए. All of people say कहाँ जाना? मरना है स्वर्ग जाना. अरे मर के क्यों जाना है? अभी जाओ ना. स्वर्ग जाना. People want Swarga Loka. So there are a lot of desires. These are, they are called iha, desires here, and desires elsewhere, amutra, elsewhere. These desires are there. The moment you desire the object, you know the object you will be desiring. And when you desire the object, what will happen? Two types of reactions. Pravarti, you will go towards the object, or you will go away from the object. Nivritti, pravritti, nivritti. So when you see an object, what will you have? You will have raga, desire. Okay. And see this word raga. If I don't know the consequence, I mean, when I don't know the contextual meaning, it can be learned said differently. In Bengali, there is a rakot chukano. Why do you get angry? So in Bengali, raga means angry. Hey, rakot chukano. So there's a contextual. Raga means desire. So when you have a raga, that means you desire an object and you move towards it. It's called pravritti. When you have dvesha means you don't like it. You go away from the object. It is called nivritti. So your entire life is made up of okay, janati, ichhati, okay, I wrote it down there something. Janati, well, it's divided into three. Yeah, janati, ichhati, yatati. Yatati means you move towards that. Janati, ichhati, yatati. This is the cause of all actions. Okay, there is desire, there is an object, there is a desire for the object, and there is either pravrti or nivritti. This is called the cause of action. What is the how does the action take place? Karanam, karma, karta iti. Karta, doer, there is an action to be done. Okay, karma, how will I do the action? Through an instrument, karanam. Karta, karana, karma. Trividha karma sangraha. The first three, karma chodana. Cause of action, okay, and the process of action. Cause, process. Very beautifully explained, Krishna. Can you get even a simpler explanation? And then now related. Karmani eva adhikaraha the ma phaleshu kadachana related. Some people translate it as you have right to do action, not to expect results. I don't know who gave this meaning. It means you have control over action, not over results. You have the power to do, as a karta, you can do karma using an appropriate instrument. The phala will come to you through what? Through other forces. So many other forces will bring the phala to you. Okay? So verse number 18. Clear? It's actually, if you have learnt under a proper teacher, thesis, then you say, how can I ever miss it? That's a kind of thing. But that's why we see we need an important, very important qualification. We need a good teacher. We will not even say good teacher. I need a guru. The guru must know how to teach. He must have gone through the parampara himself. I was fortunate to study under Sri Swami Dayananda Saraswati. His Janmadina, 96th Janmadina, happened just 2 days ago, 15th of August. I'm immensely grateful for to Ishvara for having put me in, put him in my life or put me in his life, whichever way you are. Because he will often say, you made me a good teacher. And I say, Swamiji, without you, I would have been bed number 10, Kilpock, Madras 10, locked up somewhere. So it gave you sanity. Look at verse number 19. Jnanam karma cha karta cha. Jnanam karma cha karta cha. Tridhaiva guna bhedataha. Tridhaiva guna bhedataha. Prochyate guna sangyane. Prochyate guna sankhyaने. Yata pachrunutan yapi. Yathavan shrunutanapi tanyapi. Okay. Guna Sankhyane. In the philosophy, Sankhya philosophy means in the Veda Shastra. In the Veda Shastra, it is given in the. So, see, I say something, you will say, "Oh, sir, what is the source, sir?" Shastra mein hai. I can even point out where it is given. In Bhagavad Gita, I can tell you where it is given. Shastra. So, Guna Sankhyane means in the Shastras, it is stated, in the Shastra, it is stated, what does it say? Say, your jnanam, knowledge, your karma, and your karta, these three things are conditioned by your guna. What gunas? Huh? Sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna. You heard somewhere, na? Sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna. So the first three, the cause of action is conditioned by guna. Easy? Then, prochate guna sangyane, it is stated in the Shastras that they are conditioned by your guna. Yatha, yathava, okay, yathavat, sorry, not yathavat, as they are, okay, Krishna says, yathavat, tani api, okay, trivida prochate karmaja, tat shrunu, I am going to explain to you, listen to me carefully. Shrunu, listen. द स्टूडेंट सेज ये समझने वाली बात है, जानने वाली बात है, इधर उधर भटकना नहीं. Don't look out whether the crow is calling or whether your car has come, call has come, alarm baj gaya. He says the trividha guna, that the karta, karma, all these three things there. You know what are the three things there? Jnanam, karma, ja karta. The three things are conditioned by three gunas which stated in the Sankhya, stated in the Shastras. मैं अभी explain करने वाला हूँ. I'm going to explain to you. Tat shrunu. How do you listen? Not just with your ears. You listen with your eyes. You see the body language of the teacher. मौन व्याख्या प्रकटित पर ब्रह्म तत्वम युवानम. मौन व्याख्या, without saying anything at this moment, Bhagavan shows you something like this. So there you say, I am listening to Swamiji, what is he not saying? No, see, also open your eyes and see. He is saying Trividha. Okay? Beyond the three states, you have a Purnatva. So listen to him totally. That's why, when the teacher is teaching, our Swami used to say, hey, don't write notes, idhar udhar dekho mat. Look at me. My eyes are looking at you. Look at my eyes when I am explaining. There'll be a meaningful pause. He will say something, he will stay quiet and then make an eye contact and smile. He knows I've understood. Amazing prakriya hai. He says, Tachurunu, listen to me. Verse number 19. I will read verse number 20 and go into it. Up to 40 verses. They are there. Okay. सर्वभूतेषु येनैकम् sorry, सर्वभूतेषु येनैकम् भावम् अव्ययमीक्षते भावमव्ययमीक्षते अविभक्तं विभक्तेषु तज्ज्ञानं विद्धि सात्विकम्. So how will satvika jnanam be? How will it be? How will satvika jnanam be? Vidhi, no. Satvika jnanam, I am going to tell you about satvika jnanam. Tat yena ikshate. So one sees, what do you see? What determines its satvika jnanam? Okay. Are you able to see? You see something. Okay. There's a beautiful story which says there was a beautiful woman passing. So three people were walking, all three walked, looked at her. So so later on in the evening, all of them were students of the same ashram. So they were talking to each other. So first fellow said, after study, I don't want to become a sannyasi. I want to be a grahastha. And I want such a beautiful stree as my wife. Okay. Did that perfectly object? Another fellow said, I'm, by tradition, we are all jewelers. We make ornaments and things like that. So, having studied Vedanta, I will follow the Vedantic lifestyle. I won't become a sannyasi. I will join my father's jewelry business. And I was wondering that if I have something like this based on her, who I can design jewels. Now, two were students, so they thought a very senior sadhu or the guru. They said, looking at Guru, Sir, we are young fellows. We know why we looked. Why did you look? He said, I was looking at Ishwara's Srishti. How beautiful. I once said this, in some place. I said it so differently that people really, they spend 2 days thinking about it. I said, ईश्वर ने जब इसे बनाया बड़े फुर्सत से बनाया और हम सबको होलसेल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में छोड़ दिया. Fellows laughed their heads off. ईश्वर ने बड़ी खूब बड़ी 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 प्यार से बनाया, फुर्सत से बनाया. He made a beautiful person beautiful. So all three, that's what he says. So understand, if there are three things, there are three ways at looking at things. If your thought process is on the ekam, what is that ekam? You look at somebody, Ishwara Srishti. Ekam. I see Ishwara Srishti. Whether there's a beautiful text called Manisha Panchakam, it comes in. Pipilikanta Tanushu Brahma Eva. Looking from Brahmaji to Pipili an ant. Do I see the life principle there? Ekam Advitiyam Brahma. I see only a life factor there. I see only manifestation of Ishvara's order there. Okay? Okay? Are you able to see this Ishvara's order? If not spontaneously, at least you're working towards seeing this order. I am able to see Ishvara's order. We'll see more of it in the coming weeks. I have good luck. Ishvara's order, no doubt about it. I have a little bad luck. What is it? Ishvara's order. When I lift my left out, some pain happens. Ishvara's order, because my cushion have a damage हो गया. So it is warning me that बहुत ज़्यादा हाथ ऊपर नीचे करोगे तो problem होगा. Ishvara's order. Now suppose I lifted my hand, nothing happened, and you lifted your hand, it pained. And I say I am a Vishnu Bhakta, no pain, and because you are not Vishnu Bhakta, there is pain. What kind of God is this? It should be same for everybody. It should be same. Sar Dard, even chanting Krishna's name too many times can give you Sar Dard. Remember that. So he says, if you are able to see the Avyayam, if you are able to see the design philosophy in the Srishti, it's a beautiful design and it is manifesting, then that is called Sattvika Drishti. Okay? That is called Sattvika Drishti. It is undivided in all. Sarva, it is Vibhakteshu, Sarva Bhuteshu. Can you see the manifestation of Ishvara's order in everything? And you're all able to see sometimes. You go to a jewelry shop. What do you see? You see the manifestation of jewelry everywhere, don't you? Only colors are different, designs are different, but don't you see the manifestation of gold everywhere? Once in your lifetime, please visit Kolkata and Orissa. Go to a sweetmeat shop there. Binita will take you sometime. Okay, go to a shop. Look at all the sweets there. What do you see? Manifestation of sweet in various forms. Undivided attention only on the nature of the sweet. I can happen. So this makes you a sattvika jnanam. We will look at more in our next few sessions. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भया सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. A couple of announcements. Tomorrow I am doing two programs. One program is in the morning around 10:30. There is a very enlightened group which is doing what is called Shiva Puran. They are reading Shiva Puran. They will read it till the 28th of August. Every day, very committed, this group meets and reads Shiva Puran. So they have honored me with an invitation. And I will, in the Shiva Puran, I will be I'll be deeply honored to tell you the stories of Bam Bhole Har Har Mahadev Sri Paramashiva. Stories of Paramashiva I'll be sharing. His quality and something, this is a storytelling session. The storytelling session with Sattvika Bhava, Rajasik Bhava, and Bhakti. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow. I will put the link on our Gita platform and in Manan platform. You can come. Okay, in the afternoon around 3 o'clock, it's a slightly different program. Somebody is interviewing me. They are conducting an interview. They have told me that I have to speak in Shuddh Hindi. I said, yes, हम शुद्ध हिंदी में बात करेंगे. I'm explain. I mean, if you don't want to attend, also no big deal. I'm only talking about my life journey. When I even think about my life journey, I only think of Ishvara's presence in my life, the recognition of Ishvara's presence in my life. That's what I'll be sharing. So शाम को 3 बजे से 4 बजे, both these links I will put in our group. There is a group called Gita Satsang group, in which I'll announce this. There is a group called Manan group, in which I will announce this. There are common memberships there. Then there's a group called Story Lab. In all three groups, these links will be available. So please join in case you have the time. Anivarya nahi hai, no compulsion. So in one case, you will see, tomorrow in both the sessions, you will see me more as a storyteller. And through these stories are madhyam for revealing Atma Swarupa. So in both these, in one particular, especially in the afternoon session, I will specially be talking about how I got humility in life. Kaise Guru mila. Particularly how I became a humble person. From an arrogant person to humble person, kaise hua? What changed me? Yes. And today being Nag Panchami, it's a very important day for all women folk. Nag Panchami is not about doing puja to Naga, cobra. It is about recognition of Ishvara's presence in an otherwise creature which scares you. Will you have a cobra as a pet? But can you see Ishvara's Srishti there? That's the beauty. Chitta Vishalata Milta. So we'll see about this tomorrow. Have a wonderful Monday. We'll meet again. Jai Shri Ram, Bhole Shankar, Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Ram, sir.
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Oh.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
sir.
Oh. Hare Krishna.
Radhe
Jai
Radhe.
Shri Ram.
Om.
Radhe
you, sir.
Radhe.
Thank
Radhe
you,
Jai Shri
Uncle.
Om. Jai Shri.